Hello everyone, welcome. I want to complete the area that I was just doing, complete new area here on the right. Before I move into the new area for the forest and then the new town for the next week. And there are a few things that I would like to do today. One of them is about the farms that are working fine. I was also adding like a random initial progress for crops, so not all of them are growing at the same size and time, just to introduce a few variation. And another thing that I have that I would like to have, should be good to have, is like, as you see, this is completely empty when I'm not playing, so just in the editor. And then for example for screenshots and things like that, it's really not so nice. And also this one is easy to see, but sometimes I have something on the ground and I cannot see this, if this is really a crop or it's just I don't know, like decals or things like that. So for that I would like to have like the spawning all of them. One of the problems that I have is that during the game is the spawning interactive objects, so actors that you can interact with them, and then they have a few properties, and then can be like, for example, harvesting, and they are growing and things like that. But I cannot kind of spawn actors during the construction script, so that's the reason that it's completely empty. But if I'm just playing play, you see that the crops just spawning when the game starts. And I was introducing this random size, so as you can see they have different size and yeah, growing, so they will be earlier or later being ready for harvesting. So you have different of them in any home garden that you have in the game. But as I'm stopping, to see, I'm just completely losing all of them because they are actors that I'm being spawning. So that's the problem, that I don't have any of them during not playing. So for example, every screenshot that I'm taking for promotion or just Twitch or things like that, it's not having anything here, but should be. So I would like to have some of them, but for them, as I say, I cannot spawn real objects. So what I will do is just spawning static actors with random values, things like that, with same maybe same mess, but needs to be not a real actor and just a static mess. So I can do that, and when I'm starting the game, I'm just hiding all of them, just removing them, so I don't have anything here to see messing between real actor and a static mess. But for that, what I need to do is like kind of simulate spawning things, but they're not really objects or actors, it's just a fake static mess. What I will do is probably adding here, or could be easier just, I don't know, but I cannot spawn this object. I was thinking, okay, I think that the easiest way will be spawning hierarchical static mess, or can I just take just instant static messes. That's smart. This one is about the loss, and this is just not having the loss, all of them for the same group. So, and as is this one only working for the editor, it's not really a problem having this one or that one. And also the distance for them is really small, so even not having them, this is even enough. So let's say like simulated crops, then just like a fake of them. So for that, what I would like to do is just spawning here objects which is exactly the same as so for example, I will do, I'm not sure if I can do static. I think static is fine. What I'm doing is just duplicating this auto plant, let's say. So this one is auto planting always, but what I need to do is just simulating this auto plant, or let's say during the time that I'm just doing all the calculation, that's fine. And the only thing is not spawning a real one. So this plant add, which is really spawning a real actor, should be like simulating this one and then adding any one. So I can just add a condition here for them, instead of really recreating everything with all the values, things like that. So in case that is like this planting, this is the only thing that we don't want. So it's like removing this actor, and then it's just creating. As you see here, there's nothing that I need to add for the crops, things like that, because it's just fake. So for that, what I'm doing is maybe introducing here a variable that is used on a construction script, let's say. So during then just doing this construction script, I will create or change the variable here, like for example on construction, say, or I could do like fake them. Okay, on construction, so by default will be not, and I will just set and unset later just to simulate this one. So let's say for example here, coming to a new one, and then I will do this one to set and say this is on the construction loop, and then I need to do this auto plant. It's just doing all the calculation for all of the numbers and places and things like that. And after that, what we need to do is say that this is not in the construction again. So in case that this is just beginning of the game, it will be using the real auto plant. So for that, what I can do is just using this variable to simulate this spawning or not. Oops. Okay, so here what I'm doing is just taking this one as a condition for that. So let's say on construction here, so I get, and then it's a branch, and let's say this is false, so false is going to the one that I have already. Okay, so let's say this is the real spawning for so here construction should be fine. So this is the real real code for spawning real objects during the gameplay. But in case that this is not, what I need to do is just adding here a new one. So add instance, and what we need to do is this instance transfer, that then just split struct, and I'm using this location. For that, what I need to do also is maybe taking this one initially on the constructor, before I'm just auto planting, I will just add here a new one. Kazuman, thank you for the follow, welcome. If you have any question, just let me know, because I'm just doing a few things on blueprints, and maybe you didn't see all the project or things like that, so just let me know if you have a question. So this is clear all the instance, and also I will add or set the mesh that I want to use. Set the static mesh, and this will be crop, I'm not sure, onion here. So you have finally your zombie. Sorry, some delays maybe, I don't know. So this is clear instance, this static mesh, and we can already auto plan after that. So in case that is just trying to plant this one, and this is just simulated or being just doing in the construction loop, we are going to this add instant instead of really expanding the object here. So let me see now. How is this going? Spawn actor is not going there. Okay, since that is going on this direction, but it is not there. Okay, let's clear log this. Hola Sebris. Sí, la verdad, por eso si te has fijado cuando yo hago las cosas, por cada, no sé, palo, cuadro, cubo que pongo, lo que sea, le hago el UV y luego sigo trabajando, porque así luego cuando empiezas a duplicar y a coger cosas, aquello se te empieza a ir, al final te dice que... No, por supuesto, pero bueno, ya te digo que no es solo la geometría, que aparte agrupa cosas, es decir, pon simplemente los planos por un sitio, los cubos por otro o algo así, y antes de empezar a duplicarlos todos, por ejemplo, antes de hacer los mirror, array y demás, crea lo que es el UV de ese, y ya todo lo que haga el siguiente mirror, array y demás, todos esos UV ya van duplicados, copiados y demás, que no tienes que rehacerlos uno a uno, sino tirarás días para hacer algo bastante básico. Por eso antes de expandir cosas, voy haciendo uno a uno, y luego cuando duplicas cubos, duplicas caras, duplicas, por ejemplo, paredes, todo eso ya tiene UV y ya no lo tienes que ir rehaciéndolo todo, claro. So I don't see that here. Ya, pero hay que ir haciendo al mismo tiempo. Hay que irlo haciendo al mismo tiempo, si no te vuelves luego loco, claro. Haces, pones y luego empieza ya 30.000 trees que tienes que hacer el UV. Eso claro, entonces te vas a tirar días. Por eso hay veces que si te ha olvidado hacerlo, pues inicialmente lo borras, lo vuelves a recrear y ya está. Algo así. So what's happening if I'm just changing some value? This one should be just recreating, but it's not giving me any other number value to change, which is just strange. Is this going to this point or no? Yes. It's maybe about the transform scale random. I will just try something bigger because I don't know where the problem is. Maybe this scale is too small. Probably the issue is that this one is local or maybe world location, I don't know, and this location should be probably this is world location, so in that case it's just going to, I don't know which place. So let's say that in that case I'm just going to something like that, and then taking this instance, get instance probably, and what I want to do is set instance transform, set instance transform. Can I? No. Get instance transform. Hola Miguel. Lo que estoy haciendo ahora mismo es en todas las granjas estas, ¿no? Cuando le das al play se hace spawn de todos los digamos las hierbas que tiene en ese momento con las que puedes trabajar, de más, son actores reales que puedes interactuar con ellos. Durante el tiempo que estoy en el editor, como todavía no he empezado a jugar, no tengo ninguno de todos esos actores que se digamos que hacen spawn al empezar el juego, y por tanto todo esto está vacío. Por ejemplo, para cuando hago screenshots o algo, pues todo está vacío. Me gustaría que hubiera aquí plantas, aunque sean falsas, y cuando empiezo el juego me las quite y me ponga plantas reales que tienen interacción y tal. Y lo que estoy haciendo es, digamos, pintarlas durante el editor, plantas falsas. Quiero hacer simplemente para que se vean y pueda hacer screenshots. Pero hay algo que de momento no va. Get instant transform. I would like to do set instant, but set transform instance set keeps set. Oh, this is add instance. The problem that I have is the transfer that I'm trying to put, just saying location to drop this one. This is being local, this is world location, but the one that is this object waiting is having a local transform. So that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know how to do that. So add instance, but instant workspace, that's the one that I need. Okay, that's all. Okay, so in that case what I need to do is just split struct and take this, so I can remove this one and also this. Okay, so this one should be world location. This is the one that I've been calculating, I think. Okay, perfect. So as you can see now, you have few of them here, even if I'm not playing at all. So that does something like this. The only thing that I'm doing now is maybe introducing like random rotation and also random scale. So for that, it's just, so I will do the rotation here, split struct, and then it's get a random float in range, random float in range, and this is 9. This is going to Z, as to have like random, as you see. So not all of them are being completely aligned. I mean, I'm aligned on this way, but not they are being rotating. And then I would like to have also the same for scale. So in that case is also random float in range, and I will have like a 0.5 or 0.11, and this needs to be here, which is just converting to a vector, and should be already having different size. Okay, so you see you have different size for all of them, but in that case it's so small, so I will just starting from 0.25 maybe, and then 0.75, not so big. Doesn't matter because all of them need to be removed later. So yeah, there are a few numbers, and the last thing that I need to do is when I'm starting to play, so when I'm playing I want to hide all of them. So for that, this is probably like hidden game. It should be I don't know what it's doing now. Okay, so even to be sure, what I need to do is remove all of them when I'm just starting. Let's say here, I will just move them. So first thing that I need to do is just simulate crops clear instance, just in case, so I'm not even use this memory. All of them have been removed and will be also hide, but as it is nothing there, should be fine. Is it about the hidden game? Or compiling? I don't know. Okay, so if I'm playing, I'm afraid that they have both of them. Playing. Okay, so all of them should be actors. So they are actor ready, so you can play on them. Severis, intenta hacer otro tipo de frase. Quita algunas pequeñas palabras. Quita un par de palabrillas de la frase y yo creo que sí cuela. Pero bueno, yo te leí, Como te digo, hazlo poco a poco. Por ejemplo, haz las paredes, es lo más sencillo. Empieza por las paredes porque es muy fácil de hacer el UI, porque son cuadros normalmente, o tienes las ventanas, pero normalmente es muy fácil. A ver si me va a cortar el canal. Déjese de rollos. clear instance, set visibility, no, y propagate children. Ya, pero por eso te digo, elige solo algunas caras. Elige algunas caras y hazlo, por ejemplo, cuadros o triángulos. Solo. Elige esas caras y es el UV de solo esas caras. Esas caras las ocultas o las metes, por ejemplo, en un grupo de vértices para que sea más fácil saber cuáles llevas ya hechas y cuáles no. O incluso los desagrupas. En vez de ser un gran objeto, creas varios objetos distintos, entonces sacas esas caras a un objeto distinto y haces el UV independiente para eso y lo dejas hecho. Sacas otras cuantas caras, creas otro objeto, haces el UV para eso y lo dejas hecho. Al final lo agrupas todo y el UV te lo hace de absolutamente todo porque ya los has hecho, son todos los cortes, los sims y demás. Por eso digo, empieza poco a poco por varias caras a la vez, o por ejemplo es columna. Lo más fácil son siempre las paredes, pues son cuadrados y no tienes tampoco nada, ¿sabes? Y si ya los tienes, por ejemplo, incluso por materiales es más sencillo. Seleccionas por material y los separas por material. Ya te digo que yo por lo menos lo hago, porque si no, pues le pasa como a ti, te vuelves loco de miles que hay por hacer y al final es más la desesperación que lo que estás avanzando. Por eso es preferible desde el principio. Ahora te digo, quitar cosas y ya está. Set hidden in game, true. And propagate to children. This is just in case to be sure that you are just hiding all of them. Just in case. I don't think it's really needed, but I will do that. And this one is auto plan. If not control. And this one is just hiding all of them. Just removing. So this one should be working already, and when I'm playing, should be just removing them and just creating a new one, which is just a real crops. As you see, I have changes also the size of them, so they are real crops that you can just interact with them, and they have value like growing and many other things. For example, also using the different meshes for different seeds, things like that. But just by default, this one is having, this is fake, so if I'm just checking about the player collision, there is no collision at all on them, because also they are static meshes, so there's nothing on it, but should have collision for them when I'm just playing. So that's perfect. At least we have some plans for that. And what I can create is like small here, changing this value or kind of update. So this update will be a flag that I can use, and this when I'm coming here, this is the way to update all of them to random things. So here, for example, I will set to nothing. This is the same method that is using, for example, with the skylight. You have this value that every time that you are clicking is just unsetting this, but every time that you click them is just having some variation. So I will show you right now. If it's compiling, thank you. So let's say I'm taking this. Okay, so oops. If I do it like that, every time it's just running again the construction script if I change any of the values. So this is just fine, or this one for example is also working, so I can just create a new one, but in fact I can use this. So I'm just updating and nothing happened. So I mean it's just for create something different, something random. And just for checking others, I will just check on Where do I have a few more here? So all of them are already populated, as you see. And when I'm, for example, taking screenshots, things like that, so all of them are randomly filled with something. Otherwise, I have completely empty all of them. So even during the timeline in the editor looks nicer, and also you see where you have plants, and also, for example, number of them. So I can just change things like this. For example, let me show you this one. I have 6 here, but I can just put like 5, and you see this is going like this, or even more. So I can just change number, and at least I can see how it's going, and if it should be more or less, that's fine. And this is actually same for all the farms, I think. So here supposed to be also the plants. Yeah, I think it's nicer having this one. Just for the editor, it's not really a problem for that. I think this one, this is coming from the blueprint. And since to me it's not taking the information, in that case it's static, and also this thing is static for some reason. I don't know. It's supposed to be static. I really don't know. So that's nicer. If we are going to the farms, we should have also the same. So here you have them. You have in all of them even being for the player or not. So you have all of them here, or for example here also, and also random. A few more here. So all of them that you see right now in the editor will be working in the game. For example, here I see that there are a lot of them, so I will just try to reduce the number of them. Maybe 4 here. No, this is 5. This is maybe 4 here, so a bit less. So that's nice. Otherwise, I cannot see how is this going. And now it's easier. And I will check others that I have. Maybe in this area, I don't remember. I think I have a few more here. Yes, so this one, that's fine. That's fine. I could also check or change the seeds for random different messes, but that's fine. It's just for the editor. It's not really gameplay, but it's easy to see how much do I have on them. Just for reference, I can just change, and I don't really need to play the game to see that. So that's also good. And also here, this was maybe too much. Nah, that's fine. 6. That's fine. And I don't think that I have more of them. I can just check here. Convert them. What is this? Okay. I said this one already. This one. So all of them are being updated when time is passing, and all the groups are growing according to the time of day. If the time is passing faster, they are being growing faster also. So where is this? Okay. And where is this? Also here. Okay. Town Hall Garden, yeah. And this is from this one, this one. And what is this? And this is the first one that I was just doing. So yeah, everything is just working, and I like this, having this new variation for that. So for example, this one update, and then it's just changing something, and will be removed during the game. Let's play again to see if I have some warning. I have seen maybe one. Hit breakpoint on node at instance offset. This is not true. This is not true because I was just adding here or maybe here crops. Do I have any? No. Plant add. I was here creating add instance, so maybe here I need to refresh all nodes because I have like a it's telling me that I have a still breakpoint here for a node that I was just deleting. It was already a breakpoint. Hello Sankey Dave, welcome. Welcome back. Still working here as usual. Let me play again. How's it going? Do you have any news about job? Maybe not the best time now, but Jesus. Call function add instance offset to nothing yet. So did you take any other interview? Let's clear this one. So are you waiting for, I don't know, any other call maybe? Okay, it's not giving me anymore. Well, this time is really bad. I mean, everybody's just taking holidays or just meeting with the family and not really being focused on your career or things like that. So yeah, expecting that after those holidays everything is going as usual again, and yeah, otherwise just waiting. So I'm not moving also during this time. I think it's just a waste of time. Nobody's really reading or trying to call. Because even if some of them are already working, not everybody is working, so they need to wait for another one to say or just review things, and then it just makes no sense just moving or trying to move things. Will be blocked for sure. So yeah, rest this week, and maybe the next week after New Year probably is already starting everything being as usual. People just moving and coming back to work and so on. Here it's a bit strange because you have like half of the people is just Catholic, so they are just taking the holidays now, but another maybe 50% of the people is Orthodox, so they are taking from New Year to 13th of January. They are taking the holidays, so in the end it's like both of them are like working, but also both of them are kind of holidays, so it's a bit strange to have here more time that is not as usual, and you really don't know who is taking which one. So if they are just taking holidays before or later, so that's a strange time here also. But I will just try after the year again, just to see if something is moving or I don't know, improving, or at least someone is just calling back. So yeah, take your time as you did, just playing games, resting a bit, and yeah, not being so worried about this. What more I need to do? I need to finish this area here to connect with the, I don't know, with the old part of the map. Otherwise I'm just growing this, and maybe I will connect, I don't know, close to the river, but in that case it need to be longer. I don't know. I was thinking to connect both of them, but maybe this is the shortest path. Think about people walking. Or could I just take kind of close to the river? But in that case it's not really matching after a few time. Okay, let's try to smooth. I'm not sure if I need to restart the editor with 99% of RAM. I'm not sure if I should be just restarting the editor to be easier. Oops, I was thinking smooth. Now let's create something bigger. Yeah, it's really laggy. So maybe smaller, 64. Oops. Let's start doing like hole here, and then just using the smooth should be just giving me like a plain surface for the trail, and just keeping this kind of small hill here. But this is going pretty bad. The problem is about RAM. I'm not sure how long I can be just trying to keep this working before I need to restart the editor. Not going very well. It's not working. Landscape. Okay. So Sankey, are you planning to stream soon? Do you have some ideas about your game just progressing? Maybe now. Smooth. It needs to be bigger to take more vertices from the terrain. I need also to adjust this this trail. This one is just smooth sculpt. This is just a decal, so there's not a big problem. Oh, this is going faster. Let's suppose that it's going on this direction, things like that. And then smooth. I'm doing something like that. I need to paint also again. And of course I have flying grass. Baking. So let's paint a bit. Paint. Probably smaller. And this is already too much. 64. I know. I think at the moment I will continue the trail, not really connecting to them, but just continue to this area. When I'm just spawning, I will just match with this, so they're just joining together with a small trail that I will create close to the river. So this one will be still straightforward and not really turning, but I can just create something smaller later. I need to remove all this grass. No flowers, no trees, nothing. Okay. Bigger. Most of them are just already floating for some reason, so I will delete all of them. That's not a big problem because I'm just planning to expand the map, and then just I will continue all of them doing properly, just in case. I will delete more, and I will do now this smooth again here. I think I need to paint even more. So paint again here. Maybe like that. The problem is the decal is not matching well for that. It's kind of U or a B here. I need to be more plain, so for that we need to reduce again and then use this smooth until I have at least plain trail. Otherwise the decal is not going well. This is not a problem. This is the one that need to be almost plain. And then I can just take this. Let's modify the trail ready. I need to add also a few dots, new vertices. Okay. It's not working completely. Okay. I think I need to restart the editor. It's too much. I will create also a spline point here. Otherwise the terrain is not being shown. And also I need to rotate this. No, the terrain is not playing at all. So smooth here and also here. There's not also a problem if some parts of them you cannot see this decal. It's just at least something. I can try to adjust the terrain. It's using, as you see, it's using this die-cast to find where the terrain is and then adjusting to this one. So more or less, as you see, for example here it's just going under this. So laggy. Okay, it's not. Okay. I think this is the old one. And it needs to be at least, of course, bigger than terrain. More or less it is. Yeah, as you see, it's more or less you can see the trail. I can already, of course, adjust a bit better, and I can add now a bit of grass around. So grass, paint, current level, this level, and something smaller, 64. And also this side. Probably I will create like a small trail on this direction going directly to this house. But later when we have more space here in the map, it's easier to see what is the best way to go. Now it's too much. So just fill in this part, a few area here, patches, that's all. ¿Cómo va eso, Sebris? ¿Ahí estás todo apretado con eso o qué? Ya te digo, hazlo poco a poco, ve haciendo uno a uno lo que sea, porque si no, no vas a terminar nunca. Sí. Here. Te digo en serio que más de una vez merece la pena empezar de nuevo. Ahora ya que lo tienes como hecho y tienes la referencia, coges algunas caras, coges algunos proxies, por ejemplo, si tenías alguna cosa de esa, y lo rehaces teniendo ya la misma referencia en tamaño y todo, y tardas lógicamente mucho menos que la primera vez que lo hiciste. Y merece la pena, vamos. En vez de matarte ahí a hacer cosas, merece la pena empezar de nuevo. Smooth. So the smooth is moving the grass, but maybe not the sculpt. That's why I have floating grass, or maybe also this one is floating. If I can just move. No, that's fine. Well, now I have here floating pebbles. So for that I will select them. Anyway, I need to paint them, so just selecting here and then this pebble. And I will use the selection something bigger, otherwise it's not matching with the terrain and then not taking them. So it should be like that. And I will delete more just in case, because I was just modifying this terrain and maybe this is too much. So just in case, since not having more. And I will just paint something smaller. Then painting, current level, this is the current level, that's true. I could try something bigger, should be faster. And I would like to paint also some dirt. So for that I will use 64 0.25. No, I will try something bigger. Let's say, because I'm afraid that it's just breaking, something's broken, and then I'm losing what I have been doing already. Why so slow? Yeah, I said that this is going really laggy, the editor for me. I think it's a problem with the RAM as usual. So it's starting to do this swapping. Okay, let's close everything. That's the problem, I'm just sitting on 1997 all the time. That's the problem. Any other thing that I'm trying to do is just lagging. So the idea is continue this one here to the new area of the map, and then just increasing or expanding here, and then create a small trail close to the riverside, and then just matching, for example, here. So at the moment I cannot create this one, or could just start, but makes no sense until I have this one. So the trail, let's say, starting from this point, going here, small one, like I was creating already this, as you see here. I have already this trail. Oh, by the way, this is something really bad here, because as you see, it's like a steppy, and I would like to have something smaller, so I will just try to sculpt and something smaller like that. Needs to be stronger, takes less time. So something like that, and then the smooth should be helping to be something plain, or at least not so much as it was. It's not going in as strong. I think it's small. The problem is that it's not taking enough vertices of the terrain to make something plain. Now it's going better, but then I'm afraid that it's taking also the stupid part, and then doing smooth is just doing again the same surface that I was just trying. So let's do something like that. I think it's a bit better as it was. We need to check it's just floating grass as usual. Well, more or less that's fine. The only thing that I will delete this one anyway, just in case it's not really going well. The rest looks fine. Well, not this one. Well, no, not this one either. We can check the terrain with without the grass, so we can see how this is not so smooth. Oh, that's fine. Is this one being already, for example, this? No, that's fine. Okay. Built-in navigation for the grass that has no navigation at all. So really, I don't understand what are you doing exactly. Okay. Down. Look at this. This is the market. And I was thinking adding all of them to maybe one layer, and then maybe a few days of the week you have the market, but other days you have just like empty, and I can put here like a few, I don't know, cards or things like that, just filling a bit this space. So when you are coming to this town, for example, let's say, you know, if it's like Mondays or Tuesdays or things like that, you don't have the market until this is the day for the market. So it could be also good to have something like that. Just hiding them could be fine. Oh, I would like to add also volume for so common here. Cool distance volume just to improve the performance. Cool distance volume. I don't know if I can use this one as unbound, like I can use for example the post-processing, but since that this is not has no unbound. Okay, so I will try this 0 and I will use the top and focus. Okay, and I will use something like, I don't know, 15,000 and 3,000 should be enough. Cool distance volume, move to common here. And I'm not sure how to see this one, because it seems to me that it's not being shown here. So what I need to do is having this, so F, okay, so I can see this one more or less. I think I will move this one to be in the center of the map, because I would like to have, maybe I will have the same for all of them. The only problem is this is only for static meshes. So 25,000. So the cool distance is just removing, for example, all the meshes, but not removing doors or windows, or for example NPCs, things like that. 28,000. And now I need to define the size for them. Maybe the easiest way will be, for example, with this house, you can just long distance for that, and we need to be in game mode, otherwise not working. So moving to this, and let's say for example the site is going to 50 and the camera will be, I don't know, 1000, maybe it need to be more, yeah, 2000. As you see, the doors are being shown because they are dynamic, so you need to move them, and also the benches are there, but I can just move later them. So the distance is definitely too much, but I mean I can just define later the cool distance per object. So for example for the doors, things like that, will be just reducing them. So let's say just being far is already not taking care about the, and also the size. I would like to have different size. I don't know why it's 50 and it's taking the house at the same size. I think I need to change this one like 100, so they are not disappearing. So first I want to make disappear the small things. This is not much. Or maybe 100. Well, this is 100, it's 1 meter, so it's 100. Well, the distance is too small. $5,550. Trying to delete the small things, but since it's not working, it's not easy to really calculate this one. This is something that I'm trying to improve, but this is not so easy because I understand that, for example, 50, which means it's like 50 centimeters, so maybe all the things that are small here and they are not disappearing at all. So if I move to something bigger, then my house is disappearing, which is makes no sense. As you see, the house is disappearing, but not this one. So makes well, this is 100. Let's say this is 200. Never disappearing. Okay, fine. But then nothing is disappearing. So I've just changed this sun to something like that. Nothing. This is really not easy to calculate. For example, see, I see here the small things that are definitely smaller than 150. Are they disappearing too fast? But there's no problem. It's just about the distance. I will just adjust later. But what I want to have is different distance for different size. Of course, that's the reason to use this volume. And should be just removing, for example, the small things, then appearing later, like maybe 3000. So the small objects should be just appearing this already. I would like maybe here, so this is like a 4000, 5000. Okay, they are disappearing. For example, at the distance they disappear, and then going closer you start just painting all those small things that you have there. And then the thing is adjusting properly to only the small ones and not the big ones. So they are working well, and I will add any one. It doesn't need to be in order, but it's easy to have for controlling this one. So let's say, for example, also just for testing, for example, 2000. Then I'm just trying to remove the things that are bigger, and then for example 500. Try to find where the house is. So 250. So the trees are disappearing. Some of the trees because they are not big, but the house need to be bigger. So maybe it's 300. Yeah, having the trees is just messing. Let's say just for testing, so we can see how far is the house being painted. I could even delete everything except the house, so you see that this is the place for. So this is, for example, something that is good to have the house there, but even far, like I don't know, something like that. I would like to have, for example, here this one can be removed. It's too far. So I want to see how big the house is and then remove it. It's not even removing. I said it's really hard to find which the size for the objects, because even all the testing that you are doing is nothing happening. So I mean, it's removing here something that is bigger than, for example, this one, which is really far already for this distance. So which makes no sense at all, really. So okay, so if the distance is 1000, it's removing this house but not this one. I really don't understand this. So they are not being removed already. I delete this one, it's just messing. It's not easy to see. So for example, I'm deleting the sky, so that's why I need this something bigger that is never deleting. So that's the cool distance 0, means never deleting this one. How far you are doesn't matter. And here, for example, you see only the doors, windows and things like that. They are the only part that they are dynamic. Eso estaba explicando ahora, que como las puertas son dinámicas, el cool distance, el volume, solo funciona para las estáticas. Entonces se quita lo que es la parte estática, pero se mantiene la dinámica. No es problema porque luego esas las ajusto a una, ajusto que la casa se vea a la misma distancia. O sea, que la puerta se deje de ver a la misma distancia que la casa y ya está. Pero ahora mismo lo que estoy calculando es las distancias para las casas, los edificios. Luego las puertas las ajusto sin problema. Eso no... Ya lo sé, que esa distancia no, que solo sirve para estáticos, ya lo sé. Por eso me pasa esto. Pero me gustaría saber las distancias ¿sabes? Para las casas. Es decir, porque esta, por ejemplo, no se pinta, pero esta sí. Esta se está pintando, ¿vale? Que es la casa del... La casa del aserradero. ¿Por qué se pinta esa y no se pinta esta? Es decir, no lo entiendo. No puedo entender por qué esto no funciona. No funciona como uno espera, vamos, no sé. No funciona. Y esta casa, sin embargo, es más pequeña que esta. Es decir, incluso simplemente por los tamaños, las distancias debería funcionar, pero no funciona. Os digo que es casi imposible ajustar esto porque de verdad no lo entiendo. O sea, grandes sí, las otras no, unas sí, unas no. A ver que no es nada fácil de ajustar esto. ¿No ves? Entonces yo aquí me acerco hasta que bueno, llegará el momento en que se enfoque la casa muy cerca, que por eso he elegido 200. Que efectivamente, si elijo por ejemplo 2000, para que se pinte un poco antes, pero bueno, se va a perder enseguida, de acuerdo, correcto. ¿Por qué se pinta esa? ¿Esa por qué se está pintando? ¿Por qué se pinta? ¿Acaso es dinámico esto o qué? A ver, static mesh, static. No lo entiendo. No lo entiendo. Quizás porque el volume no llega allí o qué. A ver, G. Cool distance volume. ¿Dónde está? Sí, en principio debería llegar a todo. Incluso si miro desde arriba no se ve. Top. Sí. Cubre el mapa entero. Pero no funciona. A ver, todas las casas se borran porque estoy a una distancia suficientemente lejana, pero esa no. Esta de aquí no se borra. Por algún motivo. Ya te digo que funciona, no sé muy bien dónde está el problema. De que las otras casas sí se borran, pero esta no se borra. A lo mejor tengo aquí que build geometry loads, texture streaming, paths. No sé. Y esto pues no sé si se ha quedado colgado o no. Okay. ¿Qué ocurrirá si lo paro? Posiblemente nada porque está colgado, ¿no? nada. No pasa nada. Sí. Ok. Collision enable. Harden static mesh. Okay. So this one has collision enabled, but this one has no collision. Collision. This is static and collision preset. No collision. Compile. Es que llevo un rato que no tengo memoria y tengo que reiniciar el editor, pero sé que si lo reinicio me voy a tirar unos 20 o 25 minutos hasta que arranque, así que no quiero hacerlo, pero es que no puedo hacer nada. De aquí súper bloqueado ya y no funciona nada. ¿Cuánto tiempo tengo? 12, 15. Cinco. Y encima el autosaving. Ok. Cancel. Pendings. Pues no sé cuál es. Este de aquí, Blueprint Editor. Simulate. No collision. Interacting non-blocker. Vertical render. Static. A ver, cuando hago el plan. Add. Set collision enable for. Okay, so here select this mesh, set collision enabled, no collision, so it's just okay. Will like that. Can I change the collision for set instance collision or things like that? No. Set instance collision. No. Get instance transfer, get instance count, get instance for distance. No, I was just trying to change the collision for one single. I have this warning, but yeah, makes no sense. Collision enabled, but static mesh has no simple or complex collision. That's fine. So who is having this collision enabled? Who? It's not this one. Really, I don't know what the problem is. Discuss front houses. Let's try again, and this is the last time that I'm just trying this to see what's happening. I want also to create a variation for the well that I have. I was just saying, and I forgot about this. Okay, the same warning for some reason, I don't know. I will review later with exactly this one. This is something related to the one that I have been doing today. So, saving here. Okay, so the well that I have here, for example, I need to remove also this. This is something strange that is happening here with all the houses. Yeah, I see. So I will just disable this at the moment. So I have this well here that I'm using, and I have been using also the same one on the manor house, but I would like to have something a bit different. This one is fine for them, even I'm just planning to change a few things, but here I would like to have just another model. So for that, what I'm just doing is using the well that I have already. So this is the well that I have, which is pretty basic. So I would like to create something a bit different from this one. From this variation, I will create something a bit different to replace this one here. So that's why I'm doing just well. Yes. So what I want to have is create here. Let me also start display here. Create a box. Needs to be 0. And then scale 0.2. Привет, Дмитрий. Привет. Как все дела? Right. No. Mirror. Mirror. XE. Вот так. Попробовали уже? Скачал? Работает? Но как минимум работает или открывается? Один раз тоже человек сказал, что есть проблема на экран, которая есть несколько эта линия, плохо видно. Скачали еще раз и похоже, что и работает. Я не знаю, что проблема была. Что, Сидин это проспал? Так то настоящий, реально или не игра? Это непонятно. Или было ночью поздно, или что? Ну вот я сказал, что какой это GPU у вас есть? Не помню, я сказал уже. Не помню. Вот. Вот такая погода. Так все нормально. Ну, ты знаешь, что люди приедут. Вот, я вижу много трава, дерево, это значит это плохо. Я вижу, что работает плохо, работает медленно. Но понятно, работает медленно, потому что у меня есть это на стриме сейчас OBS. У меня ноутбук, который плохо работает. Так, поэтому ты видишь ее на стриме, конечно, очень плохо работает. А реально люди потом пробуют. Ну и как? Стабильно, без проблем. Работает хорошо. Не медленно вообще. Ну, как ты видишь мой видео, это да. Да, это не проблема, потому что... 4 гигабайта это GPU. Без проблем, потому что надо, я уже так смотрел, надо 300 мегабайт это текстуры. Поэтому без проблем. А память RAM, нормальный компьютер обычный, это типа 500 мегабайт. Поэтому без проблем, реально не... Это никаких проблем. Я знаю, что если для меня работает, для всех работает. Это понятно. Вот и как, без проблем. Не тормозит вообще, думаю. Все нормально. Так. Faces. Поэтому не переживай, что все, что видно, значит, что да. Да, потому что начало это был. У меня это был начало, потому что я сделал это демо, и возможно это прыгать. Ну, реально ничего не надо. Только проблема, что ты можешь это прыгать на дом, прыгать это на людей и так далее. Что зачем тогда это? Я типа удалил, потому что реально это не надо, и только проблема, что люди, я могу прыгать здесь, я могу туда, я могу сюда. И зачем это? Понимаешь, просто как, зачем ты это делаешь? Что я могу прыгать вместе это на рынок. Ну и что? Понимаешь, зачем это ты делаешь? Что реально прыгать не надо, и поэтому удалил. Бил и удалил. Ну, реально только есть это маленький ноут, который уже, ну, стрелка. Удалил и все. Но реально все есть. Понятно. Поэтому я удалил и все. И прыгать невозможно, потому что реально не надо. Вот это Good 2, который я сейчас делаю. Это Ctrl-E, X, Faces. Так. Scale. Extrude. Так. Поэтому да. Прыгать невозможно и не надо. Ну, так типа да. Странно, как невозможно, зачем никак. Не надо. Реально не надо. Так. Может быть тоже так, как это большой здесь. Не знаю. Хорошо, что люди видят, пробуют, верят, что да, эта игра и не просто как, да, миллион там это треугольник, который, да, все красиво, но наконец невозможно. Понимаешь, не так. Реальная игра работает нормально и быстро. И особенно у меня, типа, как прямо сейчас есть, и более-менее будет, потому что больше делали, например, трава и место и так далее, но уже, типа, так гуляешь далеко, и далеко уже это последнее не видно, и поэтому не важно, сколько у меня есть больше или меньше, типа, кадр почти одинаково. Что есть, так и будет. Что это? Так, хорошо. X will. Не могу, потому что не видно. Хорошо. Сейчас. Uno, dos. Сейчас станет нормально? Более-менее, да? Без проблем. Так. В этом. Пока минимум один есть, и все. Let's go to the place. Trim, messes, buildings, folder, wells. Equals to. Oh, forgot to export. So I need to forget to export FBX all to geometry faces. Export. Okay. Probably I'm missing the UVs, so that's why it's taking really long. So I would like to have something like that with a few variations, and then a roof, of course. But what I'm just trying to do is to see how this space is paying, or maybe I could create this one a bit smaller, because this one seems to me a bit big, so the roof will be too much, probably. So I think what I need to do is just make smaller the well. I don't see which one is the one that have the proxy. Not this. Okay, this one. So I'm just kind of checking if you have enough space for that, which is really a lot of space. But I think that maybe this one is too big, so I could create something smaller. And this one will be also getting closer. Well, I could even just make closer that you don't have enough space to walk here, but because you can just interact with things like that. So I mean, just being in front, you can interact with this, and you don't really need to be all round. So I could even put this one closer, not giving option to move there, but you can just interact being in front. So I can just move, let's say this one, or both of them. So for example, I could do something like that, or I could just move both of them. Well, I will move anyway later. So So I could try to do something like that being closer and you have the side for interacting, so it's not a problem. Muy bien, Sebris, buen provecho hasta ahora. Something like that. And then instead of having this roof for 2 sides, I would like to have one for 4 sides, of being like a kind of pyramidal roof instead of this one. This is the good part, and this is the roof part. So I can create a new one, which is just add mesh cube 0. I will just force this, and it's going like that, and it's just scaling to be matching with this. I can just do something like this, probably. Well, anyway, I need to have inside some space, so it will be not much. And for that, what I need to do is just selecting all the vertices here, and then say it like Alt MS at the center. So I have already this one. Not sure if I need to apply these remote doubles. No, not needed. They have been already merged. So I would like to have something like that for the roof. Maybe a bit more. Well, this is already like 4 meters. This is already a lot. Yeah, things like that. 4 meters is something big. And then I will use this inset here. So using the faces, I can do this inset. And then extrude. And I will, using this zeta, I can do something like that, and then exactly the same with those. So Alt M at center, and I have this one, the roof inside. I need to adjust, of course, for example this one, the sides for them, just matching with them. So doing this scale to be matching with the sticks, the poles that I have. But yeah, that's something easy to do. And here, for example, also smaller. So I could have something like that. I will create something fast for the UVs, just to avoid that the Unreal Engine is going so slow for that. So the one that I need to do is just cut here. I think just cutting this and also this one. Maxim and unwrapping. Yeah, and I need to also to rotate this one, maybe like a rotate -5 thing, something like that. Because you need to be aligning with the material for that. So this one will be like a roof, I don't know, pyramid, just to know at the moment, and I will use the same material for that, so the one that I have already defined. So this is the roof, and for example this one I need to assign also or use the same material for good, but also I need to select extrude, unwrapping here, that's okay. And this one is also already done, but I didn't apply it yet, so that's why I have this. And for that I will use the stones, or maybe stone, I think stone. I have a few of them different. So let's see how it looks on the engine. Reimport. I have some warning here about this. Yeah, because probably I'm just keeping both of them. As you see, well, I can just remove later them. For example, here, just planning to have like this one stick, and everything's going well. Well, seems interesting having this one here. Looks nice, being honest. Let's assign some materials. So for the roof, I will use roof 5. That's fine. This is wood, so wood 2, 4. Yeah, of course need to be changing the rotation for them. That's fine. This is stone. Oops. Even more. Do I have even more? Well, something like that. Of course this one is too much. And this one is stones. Probably double S. Oh no, it's too big, so this is the one that we need, but something smaller. Yeah. And what is this? None. So we can delete this material. Not making use. Even not being not going very well about the textures, just for testing how big it is when you are just walking around, for example, and you see how it looks from the distance to see if this is too big or small or things like that. From here it's easy to interact. This is not a problem. Well, the proxies are, I don't know where here. No. Well, I have been not moving the proxy, so it's something like here, probably here. Yeah, but that's fine. We don't need to have really access here between them, so we can keep this. And the roof seems to be a bit bigger because it's just so small, being close to this one. So we need to create also kind of a structure inside of the roof. And height, I think it's fine. Just seems to me that all those parts are so big comparing with the roof that I need to support, so I can just reduce a bit for them, like doing smaller sticks and also smaller stones. You don't really need too much like it is right now. And then creating something inside for that, and expanding also the roof. Could be fine. And I was thinking also to reduce a bit the wall, but in fact it's here. Reducing a bit seems maybe too much. Just having a few variations, so that's why I'm trying to do something different. Okay, this is the well, in fact, well, and this is the okay. Yes, so I think I will try to have both of them and reduce them at the same time. So I will reduce only on XE, so something like 75. Then apply the rotation scale for that. And then we can reduce this one also. So again, scale not theta, 0.75 should be fine. And this one also. The first thing is just reducing so high. This is something smaller here. And also reducing not on theta, 0.75, something smaller. I think I could even use something smaller, even more. At the moment it's fine. And then the roof is just being too close to this structure. In fact, you should have, so scale not theta should be something like that, so you have a few sticks inside supporting the roof and not really the roof being like that. So in that case we can reduce a bit the size for that. This is just being like the planks that you have for the roof, so we can really reduce this. And we can even reduce this one to be closer to this structure, or oh, that's right, something like that. We need to redo again. Anyway, I will do later when I have everything already done. So at the moment something only this, and the thing that I don't need this roof I don't need already, so delete this. And I don't need also the wooden part here that I've been using in the past, so delete also this one. And now the proxies and everything just like that. And we say, oh yeah, we can also make this one closer. So the first thing I will do is this 7 theta, so we can just move to be closer to this, something like that. And then this one, yeah, something like this. And we can reduce then the roof. This is only on not theta to be matching with this, for example. Oops. Should be much smaller. So right import here. Or maybe it's too small. I mean, I need to reduce a bit this one, but maybe it's too small already, and this is too close, so we can have a bit bigger, and it's not really using a lot. So no, this one, that we can remove bit to be, oops, something like that. Maybe just like this. Okay. And now this on scale, not theta, matching with this. Probably we need to reduce also both of them. So this one will be closer, and then both of them will be reduced. So we have something like that. That's something smaller. Import. And also maybe creating things here to support the structure should be maybe something nicer. At the moment, being honest, it's not really nice. But yeah, I like this one much. But anyway, creating maybe all the structure and then just turning away all of them should be fine. You know? I have headphones for $5, things like that. I have no idea what is the trademark rating. I don't know. Nothing. I mean, this is really not a good microphone. I know that's not perfect, but so it's just headphones, because I have also the microphone from the notebook, because this is a laptop. But the problem is the microphone is closer to the computer, in fact, and then it's very noisy because my computer is working all the time, and yeah, the fan is very noisy. As you see, it's just working all the time. So yeah, that's why I'm using this one, but I know it's not perfect. I know. So let's try to create something here nicer. So do I have here? Do I have again? So remove doubles. Okay. Duplicate, rotate E90. I need to create something like that. I think this, and then adjusting this one to be 0, and then when I just doing all of them, and then the face on the top is not needed. First I will just reduce a bit the size of them and then delete the face already. So we don't need this. I will delete also this seams to avoid when I just exporting to the other side, but let's also duplicate this and probably we need to do something smaller in that case. So scale on E to be like a real matching for this one. Then duplicate and then rotate on theta 90, and then I'm moving this one again and doing the same here. So this is 0. Will be matching well, and we can remove later just the duplicate vertices. Okay. Because I need to move this one first. Yeah, right. So let's say this, and now I can select the loop here, 0 on E, and will be perfectly matching when I'm just doing this export. So this one should be kind of our structure, and for that I will also create a few of them here. So selecting, for example, this one, I know I need to create now. I will select the normal one here, so duplicate this and then rotating on E 45, something like that. That's what I want to create. To match again, I will do the smaller one, and in that case need to be matching with both of them, also with the one here, which is maybe too small, something like that. For matching, the easiest way that I find is just creating this one face and then using the normal direction, then moving, and when they are already matching I just delete the face. So select here, create a face, move until matching, delete the face. Now I can just select this one, duplicate, and then it's just being the global one, and then rotate on theta 90, and this one should be matching also the size and everything with that. Oh well, if we are doing properly, it just should be so something like that, and should be, well, let's recalculate the faces. Okay, so you have all the structure ready here. Descanso por las noches. Claro, yo descanso por las noches siempre. De todos modos hago 2 horas por la mañana y 2 horas por la tarde, ¿eh? O sea, tampoco hago mucho más. Pero estoy pensando hacer 4 por la mañana y 4 por la tarde. Voy a hacerlo durante una semana. La semana del 8 al 15 voy a hacer 8 horas al día. Para avanzar un poco más, a ver si lo termino lo que quiero terminar. Aparte, bueno, en los ratos que no se ve la cámara, pues arreglo bugs, hay cosas, o arreglo cosas que no se ven o son un poco más pesados, pero sí. No, ya te digo que no tengo trabajo, así que es lo más que puedo hacer. Intentar avanzar lo más posible, ya que a lo mejor alguien me ve y dice, me gustaría tenerte en mi equipo. No, por las noches descanso. Por las noches no me conecto nunca por las noches. Hay que aprovechar ahora, ¿no? Ya les gustaría a otros tener la posibilidad o la oportunidad de poder estar trabajando el día entero en algo que les guste, ¿no? Así que yo me aprovecho. Ya llegará el día en que no pueda. So this the structure is more or less fine, but the roof is really bad. Really bad. I really don't like it. I don't know if I should be maybe creating something higher or where the problem exactly is. I will try to increase the size of the roof to see if this one is being nicer like that, or this is just pretty bad and that's why it's not being nice at all. I think we will reduce also the stones, so scale not set up. We'll reduce a bit, and I will do maybe smaller, something smaller, and in that case I need to increase this. So this is the loop. Come back here. I need to think something about the roof to create something more interesting and not just this. Well, at the moment it's really not nice, so that's why maybe I need also to reduce this one, this surface. This one is already too small now. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, definitely I need to work more on it. This is not being really nice, and also maybe it's too small already, so need to be a bit stronger here, so thicker. I need to work on it. I would like also maybe to find any reference from old towns, not being maybe medieval, but some reference. So yeah, I think I will leave here the streaming for now, and I will continue this afternoon with this one if I have a few references, so I can just do something nicer here. Continue just to replace this one. So if you have any question or you want to see anything before I'm just leaving, just let me know. Don't forget also to check all the links that I have here with the website and links, sorry. Now, the website and Twitter with more pictures, and also the YouTube channel with all the last past broadcasts, all the streaming that I'm just uploading later. I'm streaming also during morning and afternoon. This is morning, and afternoon means after in around 5 hours I will be streaming again, and I will continue with this. Well, I have had some ideas. If I don't have any ideas or I didn't find any good reference for that, I will just leave as it is at the moment and then moving maybe to another thing or complete something on the, I don't know, the level design, or working also on the cool day standard I have been trying to fix but since not working, or I didn't understand how it works. So thank you everyone for coming. Hope to see you the next streaming. I will be streaming again in 5 hours. Thank you everyone for coming. Bye bye. See you later. Bye bye.